Regulatory signs, reservation signs, are used to indicate that a particular section of road or parking area is reserved for a specific type of vehicle or user. They are typically rectangular with a blue background and white symbols. The lane on the left of the yellow line is reserved for the exclusive use of buses. This type of lane is commonly known as a bus lane or bus-only lane. The curved yellow line indicates the start of a lane reserved for the exclusive use of the class of vehicle indicated. This is typically a bus lane, but it could also be a lane for taxis, carpools, or other types of vehicles. The lane on the right of the yellow line is reserved for the exclusive use of the class of vehicle indicated. The lane on the left of the yellow line is reserved for the exclusive use of authorized public transport vehicles. This type of lane is commonly known as a bus lane or bus-only lane. The lane on the right of the yellow line is reserved for the exclusive use of authorized public transport vehicles. A stop zone reserved for the exclusive use of a specific class of vehicle and organization will be marked with a symbol and logo indicating the type of vehicle and organization that is allowed to use the zone. A portion of roadway that is temporarily reserved for the exclusive use of a specific class of vehicle will be marked with a sign or road marking indicating the type of vehicle that is allowed to use the roadway and the duration of the restriction. The sign, "This area is reserved for parking," indicates that the area is designated for parking vehicles. Only vehicles that are authorized to park in the area are allowed to do so. The sign, "This area is reserved for parking by the class of the vehicle shown," indicates that the area is designated for parking vehicles of a specific class. Only vehicles of the class indicated on the sign are allowed to park in the area. The sign, "Parking here is reserved for a vehicle carrying people with disabilities," indicates that the parking space is reserved for vehicles that are displaying a valid disability placard or license plate. The sign, "This area is temporarily reserved for parking by the class of vehicle shown," indicates that the area is temporarily designated for parking vehicles of a specific class. Only vehicles of the class indicated on the sign are allowed to park in the area, and the restriction is only in effect for a temporary period of time. The sign, "This area is reserved for parking by authorized vehicles," indicates that the area is designated for parking vehicles that have been authorized to park in the area. Only authorized vehicles are allowed to park in the area. The sign, "This area is reserved for parking of up to a maximum of 60 minutes," indicates that the area is designated for parking vehicles for a maximum of 60 minutes. Only vehicles that are parked in the area for no longer than 60 minutes are allowed to do so. Limited time parking areas are often used in areas where there is a high demand for parking, such as downtown areas or near popular attractions. Limited time parking areas help to ensure that The sign, "This area is reserved for parking by police vehicles," indicates that the area is designated for parking police vehicles only. Only police vehicles are allowed to park in the area.